2017. So you'll be missed. Put that on the record. I want to introduce, we have a new town clerk, Kathy Queen. Thank you. We swore her in the other day officially, and I wish her luck. I hope she's here for a good number of years, and I think you've all met her and the public. I also did a quick letter for Trina. I wanted to, and this will be part of the record, it's one paragraph, I'll read it quickly. Dear Trina, I wanted to write you a quick letter of appreciation for your efforts as acting town clerk during a hectic time here at Town of Indian Trail. Your kindness and productivity were on display every day. In regard to supporting me as interim town manager, you made my job a pleasant experience. There was never a request that you didn't handle with aplomb. I looked that word up. But I know you will assist Kathy during the transition. The Town of Indian Trail is blessed to have such a dedicated town employee. I'll go quickly, that's not that important. I wanted to say something about our Parks and Recreation, Adam. The Mayor's Tree Initiative. Now, I went to 3 of them. This is unbelievable what they do. Mayor, you want to say something quick about that?
You want me to say it now for you, for that, or?
What's that?
You want me to say, all right, well, we can do that right now. 7 years running, we've given out over 7,000 trees to students, planted, and over, Adam, please correct me, over 70 trees, 75 trees, somewhere around there, for the schools. The school system looks forward to it each year. We've pretty much doubled the amount of schools interested this year to even go to some private schools have requested it, and it seems to be expanding more and more. It's a great program we put together 7 years ago. We'd like it to continue. The staff does a great job with going out there. The kids have a great time. And the hardest part for them is to tell the difference between me and the bag of manure that they have to plant the trees in. And we just have a lot of fun. Hayden did a great job with the kids in his presentation. Too many names. The whole staff came out at some point, and some volunteers there. Raise your hand, Mike. Came out. Thank you. Some town volunteers came out and contributed to it, and it's a wonderful program. Thank you. Thank you very much.
10 schools, 60 large trees were planted, and 4,000 trees were distributed to the kids. And that was really impressive. On the way out, everyone was given a tree to plant, and really exciting. Thank you, Mayor.
Oh,
thank you. The last thing I want to mention is we have the Human Resource Director has set up a harassment and discrimination seminar. All employees are going to be mandatory to attend. I'm going to invite the council as well. May 17th, there are going to be 2 sessions. That was an important thing. I think I went over with the council at one point. We had some issues. We're going to call it a team building seminar. That's May 17th, and I'll be sending you guys out an email. I'd like you guys to come too if you could. 2 sessions. And that's all I have as town manager. It's been a blessing to serve. And I know I'll be supporting Patrick if that's the direction the board goes in. I know he'll do great. Thank you.
All right, that brings us to council comments. Aaron.
Excused. Ms. Howe.
Oh.
Ooh. That'll be 3 minutes, please.
Where do you get the trees from?
From the town staff.
From the town staff. Where do they get them?
They buy them.
Really?
I have no idea, honestly. And on a serious
I
note,
was
you'd have to ask them where they get them. They buy them in bulk.
I actually don't have the answer. I can get it for you tomorrow. I can email everybody. I know we get them from down in Anson County is where we get them from. It's from the forestry program is where we get all the pine trees for the kids that they get. The local trees, I actually believe we buy from one of the local nurseries, but I don't know which one
I
it is.
just wondered where all the trees come from.
For me, they just appear magic.
They're genetically, the pine trees are genetically engineered. The Union County Forester goes over all that kind of stuff with the kids, but yeah.
Well, it was a good meeting. It's 9:45, and everybody's closed now, right, for after-hour visits here. Jim, I wanted to thank you for the great job you've done, and you're still here, and that's good. I mean, we'll be seeing you, but you've made every effort to make everybody feel comfortable, and I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Trina, I mean, you've been around as long as I have, something like that.
About the
And
same time.
you're always gracious, and it's true what you wrote about her. She's right there to help, and I thank you for all you do and you continue to do. And welcome to Miss Queen.
Thank you.
We hope that everybody's going to try to work together here, you know, so it should make your job easier. But that's all I have to say.
Mr. Cohen?
Jim, I'd like to say the same thing. Thank you for stepping up in a time that you know, that it was kind of tough, and I think you did a great job. And staff, welcome Kathy for here and training. You did a good job. And I'm not going to spend much time. Thank everybody for coming, and see you next time. Friday. Well, no, I gotta see you Friday. It won't be very long.
Mr. Savoy?
I'll echo the same comments. Trina, Jim, excellent job. And welcome. And staff, as always, great presentations and such a fine staff. And everyone, thank you for being here tonight, and get home safely. Thank you.
Mayor Alvarez?
Oh, looks like you won that one, Gordon. Thank you, council, for a good meeting. You probably made the toughest decision that you have to make in your tenure, and that is the trash contract. And it was handled very well. You got a great deal for the town, and we look forward to working with Waste Connections, and I appreciate everything Waste Pro's done for us. Ms. Kathy, welcome.
Thank you.
Trina, thank you. Jim, you know how I feel. I think you're, council, you have an outstanding finance director there, and he stepped in a tough time, tough situation, and he handled himself with composure. He really does love this town, and I hope he's here for many years. Patrick, thank you for all your hard work, and of course, Adam, I'm not going to leave you out. You always do a great job, but you know that already. Karen, thanks for weathering these storms with us. Thank you, council, for being the first town to pass the Marcy's Law resolution. Let's use that as a segue to more positive, uplifting things for this town, and use things like that as our example to work together. Whenever we feel like yelling at each other, remember that things are a lot worse out there than they are in here, believe it or not. On a note on here, and I realize public comments, people can come and say what they want, and I wish you were still here. I encourage the one who came up and spoke that she comes all the time, not just during election season, and when she's planning on running for an office, and comes year-round. And I would probably, people are watching, people watch that, and they get a bad taste in their mouth when people only come to the person, come 4 or 5 months prior to an election and pretend to have been there all along. Not saying that's what happened, but that's the impression. Ms. Cohen, once again, I don't think you're the dumbest person here.
I'm looking around. If there's anybody who's done anything, I don't see anybody.
I think you're probably one of those caring people I've ever met. And that, you know, that's hard to be, and not saying that anybody else cares any less. Great festival on Saturday. Sorry I had to leave the meeting, I had to MC that. And of course the staff for the tree initiative. Chase, thanks for all you do. Thanks for using my wife's photo, so I had to hear about it, even though she sent it to you.
There's a story there.
The accident on 74 that was on the Union County Sheriff's page. That being said, I used the incorrect word in transparency with Lamar. That's not what I meant. It's just consistency and making sure everybody's up to par, up to when new people come on, make sure they know what was done in the past, and so that they don't put us in that situation in the future. Other than that, I'm sure we'll meet again Friday. Thank you. Mr. Daniels.
You should have won last. I'm gonna make this short because Gary's making mean faces at me.
That's why you're going last, so they're at you.
Thank everyone for coming out. Jim, it's been a pleasure to be working with you as interim town manager. The office seems calm, relaxed, and professional. And I just want to, I would give you credit for that. Trina, I guess you're going to go back to your old job as well as Jim starting next week? Okay, well, actually, it was a pleasure when we rolled up to the CCLG to get to know you, and I like that. Adam, it was good getting to know you when we drove up to the CCLG. I stated that on Saturday. You're not just a face in the crowd. I can say, okay, Adam and I talked, we exchanged ideas.
You didn't say anything about me.
I'm not finished.
Oh, okay.
Don't leave Miss Shirley out.
Well, I'm not finished. I'm trying to do this right this time, because I always leave Captain Coble out. And believe me, your guys are on Chestnut Lane a lot, so, and every time I see him, I says, don't stop me, and I have to mention your name. And Shirley, are we gonna use that catering firm in the future?
Oh, wow, we're gonna talk about that.
Okay. But everyone else, we got a lot accomplished tonight, and Patrick, you are a smart guy, and I'm torn between what is the world, or what is the place better off with, and I'll answer that question because you're a smart guy, so the town could be, you know, gaining something, they could be losing something at the same time. But I've got 9 more minutes. But I just want to thank everybody. It was a good meeting, and whoever's picking up my garbage, all I ask is that they pick it all up. Whether it's Waste Connection or Waste Pro, I really don't have a dog in the fight. Good night, everybody.
On that note,